Procreate Dreams is the new animation app from the makers of the amazing drawing app Procreate, and it's ideal for one of my favorite mediums, motion comics. Motion comics use limited animation with enhancements full of special effects and sound design to bring comics illustrations to life. Full animation is a labor-intensive work, and it's not ideal for people who are more skilled at creating two-dimensional compositions. As a lifelong comics fan, I found this to be a good way to generate short-form videos as teasers or additional products or trailers to my own particular comics work. In this course, we focus on keyframe and performance animation, as opposed to the frame-by-frame work you associate with traditional animation. If you have existing comics in Procreate that you want to see brought to life, or if you want to start from scratch, Motion Comics in Procreate Dreams is the course for you, so let's dive right in. I always want to advocate for the style of motion comics because it's not necessarily something that is celebrated. It's neither fish nor fowl, it's not a comic book, and it is not an animation in the anime Warner Brothers 2D animation, 3D animation sense. The earliest motion comics that I can point to are the ones that were created in the 1960s. They were Marvel Comics cartoons. They basically cut up the artwork and moved it around, but the great thing about those motion comics is it kept the aesthetic of the original artist's work. So if you saw a Jack Kirby Captain America moving around on screen, that was Jack Kirby's artwork. It wasn't somebody aping it or doing a poor man's version of it. There have been many motion comics over the years. Some of the more famous ones are the panel-to-panel ones that I used to look at in the early 2000s that were from the Marvel Ultimate line. Those were simple web comics that had a guided browser and occasionally had characters pop out and sound effects pop out and word balloons fade in and out. There's also the Watchmen motion comic, which once again took the original artwork, but using more modern technology, moved things around. This one was notorious because it had a single male actor providing all the voices, all the narration, including the female characters. In the 2020s, I think that motion comics have a real strong value because so much content is geared towards short form video, meaning something that's like 5 seconds long, 10 seconds long, 30 seconds long. You see these as Instagram Reels, TikToks, and YouTube Shorts, and this is the way a lot of people consume their media, a lot of the way that people get their advertisements, and it's a great way to have something that just leaps off of the feed, the scroll that people do when they're swiping through their social media and really grabs a viewer, and you can turn those viewers into your readers. So from my point of view, motion comics are useful as an art form unto themselves. They're useful as promotion for short-form video. If you do want to prep this for some sort of animation, this is a great way to create your basic animatic. And it is another digital product that you can use as a bonus. Maybe if you're doing a Kickstarter or some other sort of crowdfunding campaign, the motion comic is a bonus that you include with it. Same with Patreon. Any other source of crowdfunding, it can be added as a perk. They definitely make a more immersive experience, including audio. So if you wanted to really guide somebody towards a particular emotion of a scene, adding music, adding dialogue, sound effects is a way to do it. This class will be separated into two basic sections. The first is going to cover moving existing artwork you have from Procreate into Procreate Dreams. So if you already have comics work, panels that are generated in Procreate, start there. And if you're starting from scratch, I encourage you to skip to the next section, which is going to focus on creating art and motion comics from scratch in Procreate Dreams. If you enjoyed this tutorial, check out my full Procreate Dreams courses in the links below. Best of luck in your own creative endeavors.